Okay, so the Augmented Ones Storm this week is based off of Rotom inhabiting your phone and possibly taking over your phone. As some of you may know, Rotom is a electric ghost type that is known for inhabiting electronics. The speculation or speculation that we were talking about is this could possibly be the quality of life improvement that comes once a quarter that Niantic likes rolling out. And the interface change of the buddy system upgrade would all be started by Rotom inhabiting your phone and giving you new features.
Nice little segue into that update, quality of life update. I think it'd be a really smart move on Niantic's part, to roll something in kind of a storyline type thing.
Oh yeah. Because everything is made better by attaching a story to it.
Definitely.
I remember when I used to do acting in high school and all that, and the director would tell us that even though you're the ensemble, having a story and a backline is the strongest thing you can do when it comes to improving your skill and improving the presence that you bring to the stage. Because even though you're just a random person on a train track, if you don't have a storyline on why you're there, then that's not going to impact any way that you can be.
Yeah, it doesn't put you in the moment.
Yeah, it takes you out of the moment. A storyline puts you in the moment and allows you to be more vested in the situations going on.
More immersed into this AI, or this AR or whatever.
Yeah. Granted, there has been code for a route maker, a burst seeker, and different things that they referenced as V2, version 2. A lot of the speculation for the burst seeker is actually that it will be a way to find random players to play PvP with, which is always a welcome thing.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about a charge system for it, though, and that could possibly be a way that they literally charge people, or that you have to go out and walk around, or you earn your charges based off of a daily bonus or a daily allowance, maybe.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting if they did like most games will have like a charge will have so many energies or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you use them, they run out, and then you have to wait. Like there's a time for it to recharge, and maybe once you run out, there's an option to buy more charges. They could maybe monetize it that way.
Yeah, that's the usual way that they do stuff for the people that are impulsive, that don't want to wait that certain time frame. Or
the whales.
Yeah. Or if they introduce that and give the option, go out and walk a mile, and then you'll get 3 charges, something like that. Or 2 kilometers for the way that the game tracks your movement. But that charge system could be a welcome way, and it gets people out and about. Meanwhile, they were just being boring, just staying home doing the verse seeker stuff. Now, the other section that I think that plays really heavily into the Niantic's mission of getting people out and about and interacting, and that would be the route maker. Now, this route maker, it might seem like a rabbit hole, but I'm going to go heavy down it. I'm sorry. Now, my ideas diverge from the trail so many times, but the main idea is you have your buddy Pokemon. You go to this route that's already been made up, either from it being a nest or from it being made by players that actually walked in that nest or certain location. Waiting for the wind, sorry. Not sure how much of an interference the wind is giving, because this being the fanciest of mics, picks up every single sound, which is a good and a bad thing.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah. But one of the ideas I had was it creates a more engaging system if, while you're on this route, let's get in the moment here. The camera zooms in, and your buddy comes out. Hey there, Pikachu. Let's go walk. You could then have a target Pokestop or a target spot, and you will then have the option to race your Pokemon there. A form of interval training, maybe, where
Wow.
if you race your Pikachu to that Pokestop, which how you're losing to Pikachu, I'm not sure, but you both get a bonus either way.
Oh, okay.
Either way, you get Stardust for going to that Pokestop, or if the Pokemon beats you, you get that Pokemon's candy and Stardust,
Oh.
or if you beat them, you get an item and Stardust. Would that get you out more?
Yeah, I'd be getting my running shoes on at that point.
The other idea I had was, obviously there's going to be that race feature, but maybe there's a explorative path. So you have the target point there, but there's also other Pokestops and other sections along the way, and you then, that Pikachu or whatever buddy you have at the time, could it be a Snorlax? He might be hungry. He's especially going to diverge from the trail and look for a snack here and there. And that snack would then be a berry that he eats, and you get in your item bag to use whatever way you want, because I'm not sure you're going to eat an augmented fruit. But anything's possible. That would definitely be a light meal.
It's interesting. I wonder if they'll change the speeds of each Pokemon. If they're gonna range like a more rare Pokemon might be faster, might be more challenging. That'd be interesting to see if they go that way.
was part of the idea as well. Is that while you're on this route with your Pokemon, the buddy distance is halved. That way, it gives an extra incentive for you to be out there with a Pokemon. And granted, a park is no more than 5 kilometers, but by doing that route with your buddy and walking, you then get that Pokemon double the candy because you did that route and spent that time with it. So I think the buddy distance being halved would be a great boon, especially for those legendary Pokemon that are required 20 kilometers in order to get a candy. Granted, Pokemon like Feebas and the other ones, they could receive a bonus towards reaching their friendship evolution faster.
Oh, right.
Like, I think it's Mime Jr., Chansey... Mime Jr., Blissey... No, Mime Jr., Happiny, and...
That's
Feebas.
hefty, too. That's like... Feebas is like a 20-kilometer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 20 kilometer for the evolution.
Evolution, right?
So that's the whole friendship system, them being your buddy. The route maker could be a way to speed things up, and quite obviously it's through a park. You're not going to drive your car through a park.
Right, exactly. So kind of like
most of the time.
Prevent a little bit of cheating too, which is nice.
Exactly. Because some people, they'll just take their foot off the gas in an automatic car.
Drift.
And just slowly go along and enjoy that whole hatching the egg process.
Some
or
of 'em are
buddy
out
walking
there.
distance. Oh, they're all out there. But I think this would be a great boon to players actually getting out and enjoying themselves. The other idea we had was a AR Plus version of it. Now, Niantic had released the... if I remember the name. Not immersion. Basically, the Pokemon, the way that the camera's set up and the way that you're following along, the Pokemon would not walk through things, it would go around them. That the AR system was actually sophisticated enough to then keep up with the location, and any objects there would then impede the Pokemon, but it would just go around it in some way.
I see.
That way, it's an actual interaction of how the game would interact with you.
That'd be a lot more smooth.
Mm-hmm. And I think that while you have this mode going, an AR Plus version of it would be you have your phone out the whole time, and your Pokemon runs ahead of you, but you have to physically catch up to the Pokemon and explore that section there. So if you see it sniffing around this bush over here, you have to go around in a circle, look at it, uncover it. Maybe they could even do a mini game, and
like a fruit ninja.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they have for the PvP system, a certain berry pops up and you have to interact a certain way to pick the berry off of the tree. That way you get bonus berries, or you just get one by tapping it. Something like an AR Plus version of it that still gets players out and about and rewards them for that time that they've invested. I think that with Rotom taking over your phone, that could definitely incentivize the device being upgraded, and still in line with one of our crazy ideas for the Augmented Ones Storm. Any other ideas?
I think we covered the quality improvement, but I definitely like the route and the race system. I think that'll definitely improve the game, and if they did this with Rotom, it'd be like the perfect segue into it. Because if they just start throwing all the stuff at people, they might be like, oh wow, you know what I mean? It might be overwhelming. But if they do it like the story and theme it, it might go smoother.
Yeah, the other things, with Rotom being introduced as inhabiting your phone, it can be a slow upgrade process. It doesn't have to be immediate.
Sure.
You get Verse Seeker, you get Route Maker, blah 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 blah. But it's the vein that will take you to interact with other story elements while still being true to the story or true to the devices it's using. Now, there's like 1,000 other ideas we'll go over in the weeks to come. But the other thing I wanted to mention was, by them introducing Rotom into your phone, it then enables the game to interact with the other sections of the Pokemon universe that are coming out in the next couple months, I believe. Like the things like Pokemon Sleep, that'll definitely be interacted by the Pokemon Go++. The Sword and Shield, that'll allow certain Pokemon from Pokemon Home to go to Pokemon... Nah, my interactions are all wrong. But anyway, basically with Rotom taking over your phone, it will then allow you to interact with the other franchises that are still in the works. Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Pokemon Home.
Yeah, this reminds me, I can actually like visualize it as we're talking about it. It reminds me of like the professor, like the things that the benchmarks you have to do for the professor to get like the mystical, you know, all that time after time, all that, the different ones. It'll just be like the same thing, but updated for your other. Maybe it'll have like a little side thing on the side, like a little hacked phone. But
Yeah.
I can definitely see it being kind of like the professor in a way.
Yeah, I think that could definitely be a way that it's interacted with. Good. It's over time. Cool.